What is going on, everyone? We had to stop for a second because we had a hot topic for Is My Point, but we are headed to the bookstore. But before we go there, we're going to show y'all a little bit of that. But before we do that, we're going to start Is My Point Valid right now with this hot topic. So, welcome to another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. We are here. Like I said, we are on our way to the bookstore, but we had to stop and discuss this topic, and we figure why not just have it as Is My Point Valid episode.
Yep,
You feel me?
absolutely.
So, right now is that topic. So, tell them what the topic going to be for them, baby.
That's automation for you.
Man, so, a little backstory. We're in, what, Kroger?
Kroger this morning.
We're in Kroger, and they have all of the self-checkout lines open, and they have two lines open for people to check out with the actual cashier or whatever.
Yep.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, is this a grocery store where people buy
Is it a
groceries,
grocery store or convenience store?
or is it a convenience store? Because convenience stores, you go in there and everything is a bam, 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 done deal. You don't really need to talk too much. You don't need to interact with too much. But at a grocery store, you have a bunch of groceries.
Yeah.
Stuff that you necessarily don't want to ring up on your own.
Right. If I have a cart full of 100 items, I don't want to go through self-checkout.
Straight up. So with that, is automation, are we losing touch with people through automation? Is the question.
Are we?
I feel like we are.
Is automation a bad thing or a good thing?
I think it is enabling people to not have to communicate.
Communication.
Absolutely. So another form of automation would be when you call these companies, these big companies. You call the companies, and instead of talking to a real live person, you're talking to a recording. Or even if you are talking to a real live person, it's somebody overseas somewhere who's not even speaking the same language that you're speaking. So is it more about money? Is it more about getting money in a way that you don't have to be hands-on? Or is it like we say it is, and our customer is our most important asset?
I think it's money because they're taking the money to do these automations. There has to be money to have automation.
All these programs
Robots
that you're going to need.
All of that. So I think it's money. Although you still seeing all these hiring signs and everything, there's not enough people being hired. And then I think also people aren't wanting to be cashiers and stuff.
This is true
either.
Because these jobs are not paying people as they feel that they're worth.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's the case. So it's like, man, I don't even want to work for the grocery store, the convenience store, the things like this. Yeah, like, so would you want to work for somebody who doesn't pay you what you feel like you're worth? So that's why the hiring signs are out here, and ain't nobody getting hired because they ain't got nobody. But they still need to figure out something. Maybe y'all need to start paying people a little bit more. Maybe then you won't have to worry about being automated because people will feel appreciated.
But then that's the point. If you don't have to pay anybody, that's more money in your pocket.
And that's why we say it's about that money.
I remember doing surveys a while ago about Amazon, and it was about knocking out
the competitors.
No, not the competitors. Knocking out
the
drivers, and they were going to start having robots. And they had this thing of, well, if I have a drone, like a something that flew and it brought your package
I
to
remember
you.
That.
Yeah, I did a whole survey on that, and I was like, they ask you questions like, do you think this is a good idea? No, because that leaves people out of jobs. Like, people are doing this to make a living.
Absolutely.
So no, I it's a good and a bad thing. I do see the good in it sometimes. Of course, if somebody has like 5 items and you want to self-checkout, I get that.
Yeah. But I got a whole basket of stuff.
Yeah, I had a whole basket of stuff this week.
And I ain't trying to ring it all up myself.
As a matter of fact, just to share like the piece about that, the girl said she had worked 13 hours yesterday, and then
at 12 o'clock, she said she had been there.
She had been there since 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And so she turned off her light, and people was like, "Well,
So that left one register.
One register open. There was nobody there to bag.
We had to bag our own groceries.
our own stuff like we were at Aldi.
They should have tipped me.
Yeah. So, we kind of touched on automated phone assistants, but I have a problem with that. I get it if they say press 1 to get to such and such, but here's my problem I had, and I'll be a little candid. We use a water service, and that's where they bring the big old gallon, 5 gallons.
Jug, yeah.
And as y'all know, we recently moved, so I called like 2 weeks. I called it way in advance in order for them to change my address. Then they'll tell you to go online. I'm tired of that too. I guess that's a thing. Go online.
That's what it is. That's another form of automation. I don't have to talk to you because everything you need to do is online.
And so I called. I think I called our water people like 4 times maybe for them to get it right. And then they said, well, you have to give it 24 hours for it to show your new address. And I was like, but y'all, it's like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And
one more form of automation that I absolutely hate, and I didn't even realize that this was automation, but when you pay your money and you ask for a refund, they take your money right then, but when you ask for your money back, it takes 5 to 7 business days.
They gotta process it.
That is our process, which is automation.
They gotta process it.
That is a form of automation. We are out here trying to automate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even small businesses are being preached automation, automation, automation. When I was doing MLM, working for them people, they were preaching automation, automation, automation. I'm not really one for automation. I mean, it's cool to a certain extent, but I still feel like we need to get out here and touch the people that we're trying to get money from. Mm-hmm. We need to actually talk to these people, physically touch these people that we're trying to get money from.
Yeah, I feel like that because although I am not a person who will walk up to you and say anything, like, I still like that connection. I still like to talk to a person. If I call on the phone, then I
like physical contact.
Yeah, Brandon really does. I like it, but I won't initiate it. I think that's what I'm trying. I won't initiate it, but I do like to physically talk to a person because even through a text message or something, you can
get things misconstrued.
Yes,
it's not always understanding.
Right. So it's like, hold on, let me call this person and make sure that
we're on the same note here.
Right. So it's about communication, and it's good and it's bad.
Text message could even be automation. Emails, text messages, and all of that. It's automation.
It's automation? Emails?
Yeah. You don't know how many... I do automated emails now.
Yeah. And they'll be like, we're not going to bother you with all of this. And I unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe,
Look, people hide the unsubscribe now. They be having it way down and really small.
Even on text messages, they do that. Emails, they do that.
Yeah.
Phone calls, they do that. Press 1 to opt out.
Yeah, they do. If this is not...
Yeah.
So
and it all be robots.
Is this where we're going? Because we're talking about automation. Think about metaverse. Think about the Oculus, the thing you have to y'all like.
You're going to another. You're going to a artificial world.
Are we losing sight of reality?
Man.
Are we gonna be like, what was the movie you were saying?
With Ryan Reynolds.
The new guy. The free guy.
The free guy.
Are we gonna be like them people in WALL-E sitting in them chairs and we have to be shot to earth because that's kind of like looking what it's looking like how it's looking.
That's how it's looking.
How it's looking.
And not looking good.
So just is automation it? Are you frustrated with it? I kind of am. This morning it was
frustrating. Trying to get my groceries to the highs before my ice cream freak thaw out, and I'm in a line.
We were in a line.
Man, everybody in front of us had the same amount of items that we did.
Yeah. And then people behind us did too. And then the girl turned off her light and was like, and the woman,
Them black folks were like, oh, hell no.
what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I don't know.
She walked out.
All I know is I have my groceries. I help bag my stuff, and
That's why I say I feel like they should have tipped me. I'm doing their job.
It's interesting. So interesting.
But yeah, is automation really the hype that people think it is or say it is? Is it really worth it?
For me, I don't think it's worth it. Not the way that they're trying to use it. To go back to the metaverse, whatever Facebook got going, I don't want to be. I get it. You build your world and how you want to do it. And you have to use Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Well, however you have to do that.
Supersonic.
But it's like, why are these companies trying to pull us from reality, from what's going on in the world?
It's all a distraction.
Why? It's a distraction. Why are they all of a sudden trying to go to find somewhere else to live? And these, what's happening here on Earth?
Bleep this world up, and now they trying to find another one to go bleep up. You feel me?
And then put us in a mind of covering, like, mass.
The rich people F the world up. Now they're going to go find another world, so when it really goes south, we be stuck. They got somewhere to go. Y'all better think about it. These people ain't going to doggone space for nothing.
All these people.
Man, they trying to colonize. These colonizers is out here trying to colonize. Y'all don't know?
And then have us buy these Oculuses. They not using that stuff.
No, they not.
Y'all know.
They still in this real world doing real things while we blinded by Oculuses.
What was I saying today about like the PlayStation and stuff?
Yeah.
You have these people using their imaginations. They're imagining up a game to create something for you to play.
They ain't even playing.
You to be on in your house for hours and hours and hours, and you not realizing what reality is. That's my opinion, but I think it's a little truth.
You feel me?
And so what are you doing to use your imagination? What are you creating? What are you bringing to the world? But you're on a game playing. The
people who created that game is contributing to the world.
Contributing to the world and have funds and are able to be there for their families and to do.
They can fly to space. You feel me? Yeah.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
So is automation good or not?
Or no.
That should have been the title. Dang it.
Or no.
Dang it.
But yeah, I think that we touched on that pretty nicely.
I think so.
Yeah. Y'all let us know what y'all think. And like we always say, y'all continue to rock with us. We're going to come back with y'all. We don't know the aesthetic of the show, but we know we're going to come to y'all with some real live talk. So y'all just prepare yourselves to be in some real live conversation of the real live world of what's going on out here in these streets. Because, yeah, it ain't no game. And they trying to run some stuff over our eyes. They trying to hold the blinders over your face so you don't know what's really going on.
Like the horses, the race horses, the blinders.
And they don't want you seeing nowhere.
You can't look
cutting
around
off your peripherals.
Let's look around.
Straightforward.
Let's look at everything. Let's just pay attention.
When they say stay focused, that don't mean just stay looking straight ahead. Stay focused means use your peripherals so you can see everything that's going on around you. So let's stay focused and see what's really going on, because they psyching your mind. And yeah, once again, y'all continue to rock with us. We're gonna be back next Monday. Catch us at the bookstore. We gonna hit y'all with the bookstore, or maybe we won't.
Oh, we will.
But, yeah, we're gonna be right here next week with a hot new topic for your mind. And continue to rock with us. Subscribe. Catch us on all podcast platforms. And that's what it is. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.
I know Amazon is real convenient. You can go in and order what you want and it comes to your door. But if you're looking for material for curriculum and you don't know what to choose and you want to see it physically, Barnes & Noble is the place. Look at all of this, like this whole thing. There's also games and puzzles, all these workbooks that you can choose from. You don't have to buy curriculum that is the same. You can piece stuff together and make it work for your kids.